International Relations and Cooperation Deputy Minister Alvin Botes says South Africa will always appreciate warm relations with the United Kingdom.
Botes has hosted UK Minister for Africa Vicky in Pretoria. The UK is one of the developed countries that is backing South Africa's just energy transition. The two leaders also discussed issues of mutual interest like deepening economic cooperation and the war in Ukraine.
It's entirely the Russian blockade. This is preventing the Ukrainians from getting that grain out across the world. We obviously have been working with the Ukrainians to try and get it out by land. The Russians are still blockading the sea routes. So having South African support saying, please Russia, let those humanitarian corridors be opened out to let that food come out for the world is very helpful. But what we all want to see is a ceasefire, an end to hostilities, because it is having such a huge impact not only on sovereign Ukraine and the people of Ukraine, but also on the people of the world.
And just before I let you go, Deputy Minister, post-COVID-19, you're resuscitating economies now with your partnership through UK. How do you see that playing out in terms of making sure, for example, tourism and many other aspects are being looked upon?
Well, I think firstly, the UK have obviously acknowledged our significant capacity in terms of the National Institute of Communicable Diseases, in particular referencing the identification of the Omicron variant and the subsequent decisions to close borders. Part of our bilateral discussions was to restate our commitment to common prosperity. We have seen that even during COVID-19 pandemic, the bilateral trade relations speaks volumes to the UK's commitments to South Africa. It stands currently at 148 billion rand. That's quite significant, and the UK remains South Africa's most important bilateral economic trade partner and FDI investor. But moreover, also, Kaya, it's our relationship today spoke also about the importance for Africa's peace and development project as it relates to inclusive prosperity and agenda of the AU of 2063. So we do find certainty in our relationship with the UK, and we hope that this will not be the first visitor of this year of Minister Ford. We have agreed to ensure there's regular interactions.
Yeah. All right. Before we let you go, Minister Ford, obviously the world has been observing keenly the developments in the UK. Obviously we saw the resignation of the Prime Minister, but what's your government official stance in as far as all these events that you have seen?
So can I just say that, of course, it's been a very turbulent time. Going through a process in Westminster right now to pick the new leader of my party as quickly as possible. All members of Parliament, especially from my party, were asked to be in Westminster this week, apart from myself, because it was felt that it was so important, our relationship with South Africa, that's why I'm here today. I'll be back home tomorrow to make sure I take part.
Are you ready to get a new leader?
Take part in those votes, and actually I will be backing our Foreign Secretary in the leadership at this stage. I've seen her lead the Foreign Office through what was a very difficult time during Afghanistan, put it back on its feet, ready to make sure that we brought the world together at COP conference in Glasgow to help save the planet, that we were then ready for when Russia started the action against Ukraine, to again work with the world and stand up for democracy. I've seen her be a great, fantastic champion for women and girls across the world.